In today's golf lesson video, I'm going to be teaching you some simple tips, tricks and cheats that scratch golfers are using on the golf course, but you aren't. Every beginner golfer should know these simple golf tips, and if you're using them correctly, you'll start lowering your scores and playing some of the best golf of your life. Before we get into these simple golf tips, if you're new to the channel, hello and welcome. If you're a returning viewer, hello again. A little reminder for you all, if you're not subscribed to the channel, hit the big subscribe button. Hit the thumbs up if you enjoy the content and turn your bell on so you get notified of when I upload all my new videos.
So this is a really interesting hole to start with.
352 yards to the green. Now there's water down the right, and to carry the water is 297 yards. That is a big carry for being so early in the morning and not hitting many shots so far. But if you hit driver, it also gets narrow up there. There's not much of a hitting area. You've got out of bounds left and water right. So if you could carry it 300 yards easily.
Now on my day, obviously I can carry it 300 yards all the time, but today I'm not going to. So I have to think about where the best place to plot my ball will be.
And I want to get it as far up there as possible. But again, if I go like to the limit, if I pull it slightly, I'm going to be stuck behind trees on the left now. So I need to be hitting this. It's not a long hole, but I'm going to try and hit this around the 200 yard mark.
Which means to kick me off, it's a 4-iron, as it's in to win slightly. So I'm taking out the chances of hitting it in the lake with driver and pulling it out of bounds. Like, that is not a big gap, and I'll try and measure it on Google Maps to see what the gap is. It's probably 30-40 yards at the narrowest point, so very tight drive. And the percentages, I think, for my driver personally, aren't worth risking that. So I'm laying back a bit, and I don't like laying back, but the design of the hole is kind of forcing me. So I'm laying up 200 yards-ish, which I've done. I also drawn it a little bit so it is down the left, well away from the water, and I'll now have a shot into the green. It's a longer shot than what I want, but if I could carry it over 300 yards consistently, then I would be taking a driver. So just missed the fairway in the semi. This grass is awesome. The ball can sit up so nicely. It's unreal.
And one thing that brings is flyers. You have to be wary of flyers. So there you can see the trees on the left, water on the right, not a massive gap. And I've laid up far enough back so if I did pull it slightly, I can get it over these trees, which is what I actually did. So I feel like I've nailed course management on that shot, and I have 140 exactly to the pin.
Now this shot here that I'm about to play is something that all low handicap and elite golfers will have in their bag.
A controlled iron shot. Taking speed off 3/4, controlling speed, which then will control spin.
With a flyer lie, yes, you can bust your most lofted club and hit it as hard as you can, expecting that flyer. But if that flyer doesn't come, you end up so short. So I like to try and control that speed of the club, control that speed of the ball, control that spin, and take that risk away.
So 140 would be, in this wind that's slightly hurting, a 9-iron. But I'm going with an 8. I'm going to control my speed and expect that flyer ball still a little bit, but it won't have as much effect when I'm taking that speed off, controlling my loft, which will then control my spin a little bit better. I'm taking the sort of doubt out of it, not knowing if it's going to fly or not with this lie, with my 9-iron. So a controlled 8. Ball's a little bit below my feet, but wind is off the right, so hopefully that'll equal itself out. Up the left side again, like my tee shot, but it's on the green, maybe middle to back. Anything on the green, even from 140, I'm happy with. Get that green in regulation stat up, and those scores will start to drop. So just sort of pacing out to get a rough idea of distance, 30 feet, and slightly downhill.
Now, I obviously am trying to hold this putt, but I'm more thinking about not three putting. So my main focus is distance control. Obviously, I'm trying to get the right line, and like I say, I'm trying to hold it, but my number one goal is to eliminate the three putt. Remember, as scratch golfers and low handicappers, the big difference between lower scores is getting rid of bogeys and double bogeys off your card. Birdies aren't that different between elite golfers and even high handicappers. Why is that not turned that way? My main objective though was brilliant. Pace, perfectly pin high, tap in for a par hopefully. Easy. Par 5, 550. Probably, well, it's going to take two big hits to get there, as there's not much run at the moment, but we'll give it a good go. Only problem on this hole, again, is water up the right. That's my only concern. So I need to move my shot pattern away from that water. There is a bunker up the left at 250 to reach and 290 to carry, but if I'm going to miss, I'd rather be in there than in the water. So shot pattern has to move away from the trouble. I could hit my 3-wood and finish short of that bunker, but the bunker is not that deep because I have played here before, so I can get something out of it and move it up towards the green. Otherwise, if it was deep, I probably would just be trying to miss short of that bunker as well. So keep away from the water, move shot pattern left. I'm going to mark on the screen where the centre of the fairway is and then where my aim point is. It's about 10 yards left of centre. Now I have pulled it down the left, so that could miss the bunker left actually. Seen it bounce. With the wind off the right, that's definitely pushed it more to the left with that draw shape. So again, well away from the water, and I've even missed the bunker left by the looks of it. Water, bunker, missed the bunker to the left, and if it was hard and bouncier, I probably would have been in trouble there. So it's lucky that it's soft. It might have even pitched in this upslope, to be honest. Lie, not too bad again, even though I'm in the rough. Oh. Not looking likely that I'm going to hit the green in 2 here. It does get quite tight up there, so I'm literally hitting a club that, out of this lie, I'm confident that I'm going to get the strike out of it still and get it as far up as I possibly can, even though it does get slightly narrow. But my shot, this pattern shouldn't be putting me in any trouble here. Oh, that's a heavy strike. Get going. Get going. Run, run, run. Oh dear, that is thick and heavy out of there. High on the face strike, taking all the speed out of it. It's in play, but I want that further up the hole and closer. 108 to the front, 123 middle, 138 back. Into the wind, hitting uphill, and the green is pitching back towards me. It's exactly the same approach as the last hole. Controlling that speed, clubbing up, taking spin off of the golf ball. I don't think high handicappers understand and realise how often this sort of shot is being played, where low handicaps, elite golfers are trying just to control that spin of the golf ball rather than, oh, 122, that's my 9-iron, that's my wedge, whatever it is, and hit my normal shot full swing. Low handicappers, elite golfers, they're controlling that golf ball. You've got to take spin off, not only for the wind here, to control your ball in the wind so you don't have loads of spin, it gets caught in the wind and finishes short. You don't also want loads of spin hitting onto the green, so when that ball hits the green, it doesn't spin too much. You need that control. Go and practice this shot if you're unable to play it and don't, or haven't even tried it before. It's back in your stance a little bit. You club up. You try and hit a club a certain distance. So I've got my pitching wedge here. This pin is more towards the front of the green, but I'm going to go middle of the green yardage because of that wind and because of the upslope and because of how soft that green is. It's back in my stance. I'm controlling my speed. I'm clubbing up. and I've yoinked it left. Oh, that's an awful shot, but the intent was good. I really wanted that to go close. That is so bad. It's also so bad because it's put me under pressure on this par 5, which one of Tiger's 5 rules is not to make anything worse than a par on par 5. So I need an up and down. Don't panic, don't panic. It's on the green, but long and left because I pulled it and de-lofted that club too much. Oh dearie me. That is down a downslope. It kicks left off of this ridge here and then might go back to the right. So I'm going to have to take this putt very close to the edge of the green. What am I doing up here? So again, like the first hole, guess what I'm thinking about here? Distance control. That's all I'm thinking of. Obviously trying to get the ball as close as possible with some sort of idea of line. But distance control is #1 goal. To get this close, I have to go off the green, but I'm not playing that game. I'm going to go as close as I can. But not off of it. Now sit. Oh, no. Ah, this hole has been a struggle, hasn't it? Yeah, I shoved it. Let's just eliminate that hole from my head. All the intent was right, execution wasn't. I feel like I have to say this because I'm not under par on what scratch golfers do, because lots of people think that they all shoot under par. Golfers make bogeys. I made a bogey there. Again, didn't execute my shots well enough. This is still how scratch golfers and elite golfers think around the golf course. And I am still a pro. Oh dear. Oh dear. Yeah, confirmed. Oh dear. This is oh dear for a number of reasons. 1, the distance. 2, the wind is a little bit into. 3, the water's up the left. 4, my shot pattern has been a pull. Do I play a shot which should limit the curvature to the left, or do I just move my shot pattern over to the right and play the same type of shot? Because I've got some data of what's happened over the first few holes and my miss being pretty much all left. First tee shot was left, approach was left, drive was left on the next, approach was left on there. So I've hit 4 left of my target already. So I feel like I can try and eliminate that left shot, #1. And I feel like I can also move my shot pattern right as well. I can do the double. Another thing that I'm also lucky on this occasion is where the pin position is. It's pretty much in the middle to slightly left side of the green. So if I do miss right, I got plenty of green to work with. I'm not short-siding myself and making my next shot impossible. So I feel like I can aim up the right a little bit of the flag. I can feel a little bit more holdy-offy so it doesn't draw as much. And if I do miss the green left, I'll have not too bad of a chip with plenty of green to work with. So let's see if we can hold this one up a little bit rather than pulling it to the left. Oh yeah, that's such a good golf shot. That's 2 foot right. Oh, it's not 2 foot right, it's about 10 foot right, but it's pitched probably pin high and it's an awesome shot. I am a scratch golfer and a pro. You're welcome. I'm gonna big myself up there. That is such a good shot. That's well inside average proximity, even for a tour pro, I reckon. I'm gonna put that out there and I'm gonna put that on the screen on the stats to see if I am inside tour average from that distance. My tripod keeps hitting the floor, which is why I'm all over the place. My intent there, how I plan that shot out, perfect. Execution this time, awesome as well. Unlike the last hole. Yes, please. Golf's so funny, isn't it? 10 yards was I on the last hole? Wedge in my hand. Awful shot, 50, 60 feet away. And 210 yards into the wind 3-iron. Rip it 15 feet. It is slightly past pin eye, actually. Water all down the left. Like I said, loads of green this side to work with. So if I did miss this side, I had plenty of green to work with. But you can tell the greens are soft and the course is soft. Look at that. Pitch mark, backspin with a 3-iron. Come on. Things low handicappers do as well, repair their pitch marks. Which everyone down that lens should do. And try and do one more as well while you're on the green. If everyone did that, greens would be lovely, wouldn't they? All around the world. No pitch marks to be seen. Not a lot going on with this. Maybe a smidge left to right. Break. Oh, you swine. Oh. I really wanted that after that tee shot. A 3 on that hole is going to be gaining any day of the week, month, year. Like, you're just going to gain doing that on that hole from that distance. Interesting hole. Water down the left, bunkers all down the right. About 400 yards playing downhill. First bunker is at 224. Water starts at 250 and another bunker at 250 as well. I honestly not sure what to do off this tee. Driver reaches the bunkers, it reaches the water. If I lay up short of the bunker and the water at 250, then I've got quite a long shot in. It's into the wind. I've got this in my hand, and I know Mr. Decade would say, if ever you're unsure about what to hit off the tee, smash driver. Get as far down there as you can. So maybe I should swap this. The driver's out. I'm going to tee it down a little bit, so it encourages a bit more spin rather than a bomb ball for hopefully a bit more accuracy. It also will promote me to hit more down on it, swing more left, promoting more of a cut shot rather than the pulls I've been hitting, which will also move it away from that water. In the comments, should I have changed the driver? Let's try and move straight towards the heel a little bit. That is such a good shot. That is straight down the middle. Don't be in that bunker long. Oh, that's so good. On a piece of string, some would say. Here's one for all the old school watchers out there. Lockey Army's out today. Morning. 120 to the front, 133 middle, slightly downhill. Slightly into the wind again. So it's either a hard 50 or a controlled wedge, which I pulled last time. Now, this is interesting because I'm also on a downslope. So this ball's going to come out a little bit lower. It might also go a bit further because I'll be delivering less loft on this slope. And this slope for low handicappers, elite players, favours good strikes. Let me know in the comments down below if you struggle off downslopes to strike the golf ball. Now, if you do, I'm going to say that you're going to be a fatter and a thinner of the golf ball. You'll catch the ground heavy, especially on these kinds of slopes as well. Not just flat slopes, but on down slopes. And if you have the opportunity to practice off a downslope, it's really good. You get your weight moving forward. It gets your sternum moving forward. It moves it ahead of the golf ball. So you're going to get your low point in front of that golf ball too, which makes striking that golf ball a lot easier. So if you do struggle with striking your irons, get on a downslope, because I promise you, elite golfers, scratch golfers, when they get on slopes like this, will enjoy it more than probably an upslope. Now, I think I'm going to go with my wedge again, as that wind is definitely there. It's 133 to the middle, and that pin is at the front, so I can definitely go long of that pin. There is a bit of mud on that ball too underneath it, so hopefully that doesn't have too much of an impact. Similar swing thoughts to the last drive and that par 3 shot as well. because I don't want this ball to go left. Oh, don't be massive, and that's lovely. Oh, are we going to finish back at level? Come on. Thank you. See, my thought processes have been good on nearly all shots. Again, that bogey hole was just execution that was terrible. I can't remember if I said if this was the last hole or not, but it is, and I'm going to try and finish level hole in this last putt. Now, if you enjoy these types of videos, make sure you hit the like button, because if I see loads of people liking it, I'll do more of them. I love getting out here and playing. It helps you understand how lower handicappers are thinking. It might help you with your decision making and lower your scores and help you strike the golf ball better. So let me know by hitting that like button for me. And as always, little reminder for you all, if you're not subscribed to the channel, hit that big red subscribe button and turn your bell on so you get notified of when I upload all my new videos. Thanks all for watching. I'll see you in the next one.